Maurice Kie, who is with Life Pieces to Masterpieces. Mr. Kie.
Yes.
Do you have testimony that you submitted?
No, but I can provide one for you.
Okay, good.
Against all odds, all these odds against black men in D.C., these shoes have to jump so many hurdles in a race to be free. If I do well in school, can I jump over jail? If I pray every night, can I jump over this hell? If I run past time, will time really tell? Or will my shoes turn to boots as I write my next poem from a cell? Will teachers understand that it's a little bit different for me and try a little bit harder so that I can see? Will social workers really care? Could the preacher say a special prayer? It doesn't seem that as a child all this should be my fault. All these hurdles to jump over before I can even walk. As I look out of my window and I see dope fiends nod, I'm just a young black brother trying to beat all these odds. My name is Maurice Kie. I'm the program coordinator for Life Pieces to Masterpieces, and I am also one of the founding senior apprentices from 18 years ago. It is Life Pieces to Masterpieces that has saved my life. Where do I start? Life Pieces to Masterpieces is our purpose is to provide opportunities for African American males ages 3 to 25 to discover and activate their innate creative ability to change challenges in their lives into possibilities. When you meet a Life Pieces to Masterpieces man, you know that he's a gentleman, he's a scholar, he's an artist, and he's an athlete. A gentleman, someone who respects himself, his environment, who is courteous and polite. And to speak to that, a lot of our young men are just that. We don't disturb the education process. We allow our thoughts, words, and actions to determine our destiny. We are scholars. We are hungry for the truth. We want to learn. We are innovators. We are creators. We are artists. We love to express ourselves. We use artistic expression as a means of, how do I say it? It's kind of like artistic therapy. It's a way for our young men who might deal with so much trauma, young men who might deal with so many obstacles in their life. It's a way for them to reflect, and it's a way for them to get rid of some of that negative personal experiences that they might not be able to share with other people. We are athletes. We are team players. We respect our bodies. We understand that teamwork makes the dream work. Life Pieces to Masterpieces has been around for almost 17, 18 years now, and I started when I was 8 years old. I was one of those young men who needed a sandwich. I needed help with my homework. I needed exposure. I needed somewhere to go so that my mom could get herself together. And Life Pieces to Masterpieces has been that for me. And I remember at a very young age going to the trust, going to these meetings, meeting these different people. And I remember the trust being one of the major entities for Life Pieces to Masterpieces when it comes to resources. And of course, resources, I mean, has many definitions, of course, the money, but I would definitely say the resources when it comes to helping out the staff, helping out the young men in general across the city. So the money definitely counts, but I would say the resources when you get emails from different staff members from the trust, when you are invited to different workshops and trainings that allows your staff to really, really engage youth. I think a lot of times we give out money to people and hope that they give it to the right people, and the trust is pretty much doing a good job at making sure that the resources reach the right community, reach the right staff. And for those individuals who just are in it for the money, I think a lot of times they have to question themselves, are you in it for the money, or do you really, really care about the families and children of the District of Columbia? If you have any questions about Life Pieces to Masterpieces and my involvement with the trust, I'll be sure to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. Mr. Kie, are you a poet?
I'm not.
Is that your poem?
So actually that poem is, it was created by a few apprentices a couple years ago, and our staff, we use it as a reminder that we must continually fight for our young men and our boys. So there's a group effort to create that poem? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It appears as though you know it by heart. Am I right?
I mean, everything we do is from the heart at Life Pieces.
No. Very, very good. I like that. But I was hoping that you might recite it again.
Sure.
So why don't you take a deep breath so we get the proper pause, because poetry needs to be appreciated. It is a poem, isn't it?
It is a poem. So now that I'm on the spotlight, I might mess it up. But
no, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. Let's hear it again.
The poem is entitled Against All Odds, and it comes from when you see shoes hanging from power lines in our community. that could be represented by many things. Oftentimes it's death of a young man or a young woman. It could mean prostitution. It could mean a certain type of drug is sold in the neighborhood. It could mean that the man of the neighborhood is there or he isn't present. So it could mean so many different things. So we asked the question to so many people, could you walk a mile in my shoes? So against all odds, all these odds against black men in D.C., these shoes have to jump so many hurdles in this race to be free. If I do well in school, can I jump over jail? If I pray every night, can I jump over this hell? If I run past time, will time really tell? Or will my shoes turn to boots as I write my next poem from a cell? Will the teachers understand that it's a little bit different for me and try a little bit harder so that I can see? Will the preacher say a special prayer? Will social workers really care? Doesn't seem as a child all this should be my fault. All these hurdles to jump over before I can even walk. As I look out of my window, I see dope fiends nod. I'm just a young black brother trying to beat all these odds. Against all odds.
Congratulations to everybody who contributed to that. There was no single author, I take it.
It's all collective.
All collective. Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful statement, and it's well done. And I thank you very much for reciting it here, not once but twice.